Alrighty there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the journey, the quest there to review every single episode of the X-Files. We're having a look at Season 4, Episode 3, Teliko. Teliko is, it's an interesting episode. It starts off, we're in this airplane, and you see this pan shot of the airplane with all the passengers on it, and there's all these different stereotypes of black people. There's like...
Well, you see all the different types of blacks, and you see the more African blacks, then you see the more Americanized blacks. And the more Americanized black, like, he's dressed in a way nicer suit, he's got like a fucking gold watch, he's reading about reparations. you know? And it's like, well, compare yourself to the more Africanized black, buddy. Like, figure it out.
So anyway, the one black guy goes to the bathroom, and when he goes into the bathroom, he gets fucking ambushed by this albino fucking guy who fucking murks him and turns him into a fucking albino in the bathroom.
And he's no longer an albino.
Yeah, and he's like black. And the guy who murked him, the albino who's now black, goes back to his seat. Buddy's dead in the washroom. The plane's landing. So the hostess goes in and she uncovers the body, and it's like, oh shit, you know. Cut to the fucking X-Files theme there. And this time it's not the truth is out there, it's deceive, inveigle, and obfuscate there. And you have that phrase of dialogue repeated like 3 or 4 different times throughout the episode. It cuts to like 3 months later. Scully is being briefed by Skinner on this what happened on the airplane, and that 4 men in Philadelphia have also, had this happen to them where they've turned albino. And the one FBI guy is like, well, it's a disease. Let's have a look at it in the lab. So Scully starts taking a look at it in the lab. Meanwhile, fucking Mulder comes in and they start talking or whatever the fuck. Then we see this immigrant who's the fucking killer, who's fucking murking people, and, he's like friends with this guy who's going to get him his citizenship, and he's saying like,
hold on. Mulder says that the CDC is trying to cover it up because no one cares about these black
Mulder
people.
just goes full on woke. Like, I was expecting Mulder to just go, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Mulder joins Antifa, He's talking about the poor, oppressed plight of the black man and how this is a psyop to distract us from the systematic racism against blacks.
No one cares.
Because no one cares. Some fucking bizarre shit in this episode there. There's like another fucking killing where Buddy gets like dosed with fucking these drugs, these crazy fucking African drugs that this guy is like...
Well, he gets shot with the poison dart.
Yeah, he gets hit with the poison dart, which causes him to trip fucking balls, and then this bus driver like fucking pulls up to him and just doesn't give a shit. He goes,
what are you on? You're on the bus. What are you on? Drugs? And the thing is, like, and the next scene contrasts really well with this scene, because this guy, like, looks like he's straight out of Compton, like some fucking, like, some fucking gangster, and he's fucking, the bus driver writes him off because of how he looks. His looks are deceiving. But then in the next fucking scene, you have, like, the killer, who's like a recent immigrant and barely fucking speaks English, but he seems innocent, and harmless. And the fucking cops ask him and just fucking write him off as he must be innocent, like he doesn't know anything that's going on, even though the victim's like in his fucking apartment, high off his mind off these fucking poison darts, because of his fucking looks, right? And it was actually like the more fucking Compton-esque fucking black that was innocent here, and the recent immigrant that looked more innocent was actually the killer.
Yeah, like they go to his apartment.
And the looks are deceiving.
Yeah.
But you fucking, like, the bus driver says, too, to Scully, he says that, oh, well, I offered him help, you know, and that's a deception of the self, too. And I think that that idea is sort of explored throughout the episode about how we deceive ourselves and how looks are deceiving. And
this guy fucking turns out to fucking, like, he's got, like, something in his esophagus or whatever. They end up taking him.
Well, that's where he keeps his fucking blow
yeah,
dart.
his blow dart gun. He keeps it in his fucking esophagus. I thought for a while it was, like, a part of his body or something he was pulling out, like a sucker or something, but it wasn't. This episode really reminded me of, like, it's like a combination of Tombs and the guy who sucked the fat from the fat women. That's basically what it is, right? Like, he has the squeeze.
Well, because he can he hides in the fucking small spaces.
You know, it was kind of like
there's
pretty derivative.
There's a scene right before this, too, where the immigration officer comes over because the immigration officer thinks his people are fucking great. The immigration social worker, he's sitting down with this killer, this Samoan guy, and talks about him. He's like, you know, like, I know it's lonely. You've come to this strange place and you don't have your family around you, but we just need to get you your citizenship. And then you can get your brothers and your parents and your aunts and your uncles and your grandparents, and you can get them all over here. You know.
Fuck. There is, like, scenes with the UN ambassador lady the first time we've kind of seen her.
You know, and it's the immigration officer deceiving himself that because this is one of his own, that they're fucking good and that they should fucking, you know.
But when they when they X-ray this fucking guy, they find out he doesn't have, like, a pituitary gland, and so they start to realize that, like, he's taking this blow dart gun and, like, drugging people, and then he's, like, ripping out their pituitary gland with this fucking spike.
Like, he doesn't have a pituitary gland, so
and he's
like
eating
the hormones to fight off his albinism.
Yeah. I don't know, there's, like, a final fucking fight scene in it there that's decent, I guess. I don't know, I don't really have a whole lot to say about this episode. I found it really kind of derivative of other episodes. There's trying to make some sort of statement about race. I'm not really sure what they were trying to say. I don't really get it, to be honest.
Well, no, there's a lot of ideas throughout. It wasn't a statement about race. It was a statement about self-deception and how fucking, like...
I don't know if they thought that through that much, man. I really think that this was a pretty lazy effort.
Well, they did. Like, it showed the fucking... Like, they go into the immigration office and they try to fucking, like, find this guy. And the social worker, the immigration officer, fucking says that, oh, no, like, I'm not going to help you. You're trying to arrest one of my people. Like, my people are fucking did nothing wrong. You know, this guy's been here for 3 months, but the fucking guy says, well, the only reason he ran from you is because how would you feel if your people were just being beaten by the police and having their houses burned down for just the way they were born? But this guy's only been in America for 3 months. You know, like, nothing like that has ever fucking happened to him, which is a self-deception of the immigration officer, because people fucking self-deceive to think that their own people are good, right? Like, that's what that was showing. And then fucking, like, when the fucking immigration officer, you know, he's trying to help him because he's self-deceiving like that. You have the bus driver who self-deceives with the fucking innocent victim, you know, and then self-deceives that he tried to fucking
Yeah,
help.
it's actually live there, faggot. Fuck you, troll WD2M. You know. You Jerry.
You know.
Well, I don't know. What's your final thoughts on this one? What do you?
What's your buddy? Buddy, you didn't even give a synopsis.
I'm not giving a synopsis.
You're not even watching the episode.
What am I going to fucking say about it? It sucked cock. If you want to give it a synopsis,
I'd give it an 8.2. I enjoyed it.
I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.
But I rely on you for the synopsis so I can build on the ideas that are presented throughout the fucking episode.
I don't know, man. Like,
it just needs to be in a coherent fucking fashion.
It's 3:30 in the fucking morning. I'm fucking passing out here. Like, it was not the most memorable episode.
It was a good episode.
I touched on all the things that happened in the episode, really. I don't know if we need a really detailed plot by plot.
Well, there was
the
embassy of Burkina Faso.
I talked about that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I said that.
No, you didn't.
But I did, though. I said that the UN lady appears and there's the stuff at the UN.
No, I'm talking about the fucking black guy from the fucking embassy.
No, but she leads him to that fucking black guy. So I touched on it. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I can't build on the ideas unless you give it.
What do you mean you can't fucking give yourself a synopsis?
Buddy, it's 3:30 in the fucking morning.
Well, what the fuck?
What do you expect from
this? Is so what happens? I think every time they do an episode with black people in it, I just tune out. I can't do it. Like the voodoo episode. What was it, like Bones or whatever the fuck?
But do you love black people, buddy?
No. No, I do not.
But what about black people?
But I don't love black. How about that?
No, there it is, folks. Right from the horse's fucking mouth.
Just fuck.
Right from the horse's fucking mouth. There it is.
Yeah. Alright.
I think black people are great, buddy.
I bet you do. Oh, shit.
So they fucking... there's fucking...
they fucking...
they
fucking did the thing, and there were black people, and there were immigrants. People got killed, their fucking pituitary glands were removed with a hook, and there was blow-dart guns. There was tribal African music and shit. I don't know what to say.
They find the guy hanging upside down in fucking... little fucking corridors. He escapes the hospital in like the fucking lunch cart.
Yeah, people compared that to slaves escaping slave ships or some shit, or cramming themselves into slave ships.
Well, that's a retarded take. The episode had nothing to do with that.
I don't know. People try to read a whole bunch of themes about race into this episode. I don't really think they had a whole lot to say about that. I don't know. People are like, well, it's about the idea that only if you have a certain pigmentation are you really black, and that the black man is alienated from the white man. And that's personified by the different physiology of the black man in this episode, and how he's shown as strange and different and alien. Oh. Yes, oh.
Well, I mean, and there's the fucking self-deception. Like, when the immigration officer's talking about the guy bringing his whole fucking family over, and they're looking at, like, there's, like, the reparations paper and stuff in the start. Like, it's the idea that, like, these people think that, like, they come here for opportunity, and to live a better life, but then they're lonely, and they fucking want it to be more like home, so they want to bring over all their people to make it back, like, make it into something like their fucking homeland. But if they want to fucking turn it into that, well, then why did they leave their fucking homeland? And that's a self-deception of the immigrant, right? I think it explores that idea.
I feel like I was deceived by this program.
Well, you were, buddy.
I was deceived. I thought I was going to get an entertaining hour of television with some good shit happening. And
what would you rate it?
I'm going to give it, like, I gave it a 6 out of 10. I'm thinking it might only be a 5.5 out of 10, really.
8.1.
What? This is crazy, man. This episode was, like, boring, just boring.
No, it was good. It had a lot of deep themes.
No, it was a rip-off of fucking other episodes mashed together. There was nothing really new here.
You know, they explored the ideas of self-deception and fucking immigration.
I think you're reading things into it that aren't really
well,
there.
No, those were the central themes to the episode.
I don't think so.
Like, they actually were, though.
I don't know. I just thought it was about how black people was kangs and shit. And how we need to respect black people. That's what I got. Mulder is like an Antifa member in this episode. Mulder's woke as fuck. And he's like, we need to get reparations for black people. You know, Mulder's like campaigning for reparations for blacks in this episode. You know, and the Ku Klux Klan comes and like puts a noose around his neck for trying to campaign for reparations. It's a really incredible episode there, guys. You better go watch it right away.
You know, it's showing how fucking... Showing how you get the bad with the good, I guess. I don't know. You know,
Alright, I think this is a fucking train wreck.
This is probably the worst X-Files review we've ever done.
It's either the worst review or the best review. I don't know which it really is.
What happens when you're not even watching the episode?
I did watch...
You're just fucking beaten off.
I watched the whole fucking thing. I passed out at the end for 30 seconds.
For maybe 20 minutes.
I didn't pass out for 20 minutes, and you'd know that if you were fucking...
Well, and you'd be able to give a full synopsis.
No, because if you can't give a full synopsis.
Well, that's not my role. My role is to build on
the deep themes and ideas. Yeah, you're the color commentary guy now.
You know,
if you can't even give the synopsis yourself, it wasn't a very memorable episode. I mean, we just watched it.
3:30 in the morning, buddy. What do you expect?
What do you expect from me then? It's like, oh, you're a piece of shit. You fucked me. You couldn't give me play-by-play. I'm trying my best. You know, I'm trying my best, man. I can't really remember what happened past the hospital, really. They fucking had a fight scene or whatever.
Mulder gets fucking BTFO'd by the poison dart.
Yeah, Mulder gets fucking... He starts tripping balls on the poison dart.
Scully crawls through a ventilation shaft after him and finds a bunch of dead black
ventilation shaft. That's it. That's fine.
Well, that's what happened.
The ventilation shaft.
Yeah.
Alright.
8.1 out of 10.
It's not. It's like a 6. Don't watch this one. Don't waste your time.
No, you should
just skip to musings of a cigarette smoking man. Just... Only watch the mythology episodes. That's the patrician way. It probably is, though. You know. Like, there are some good Monster of the Week episodes, but there's ones...
Yeah, like fucking... What's it
Home
called?
was just really good. And
what was it? Fucking Jose Chung's from Outer Space.
Fuck Jose Chung's from Outer Space.
It's the best episode
it's
ever
not.
was.
It's not the best episode.
It's the epitome of
what do you want to ask, Troll QXRP?
Episode.
Ask one question. You got one question. You got a question, or are you just retarded? Impromptu AMA, but I don't have a question ready. Oh, I'm a virgin. Oh. You have anything?
Is there no questions about this fucking unreal episode?
I don't know. You fucking faggot. I can't think of anything. Have a good night. You guys got to the Robert Patrick episodes? I don't think so. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Anybody else? I'm going to give it 10 more seconds there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You guys are fags. Alright, see you guys in the next one there.
Juice.